I thought this is just now or absolutely never. So go down the inside of my championship rival Jam Pancakes, making a super clean move. Yo, JD here, Limitless, and as you can see, we are back on F1 2021 as always, and we arrive again at Jeddah, which you will probably be seeing quite a lot as we approach the Grand Prix next weekend. And I really wanted to spend a lot of time in this track because I did a video saying why the racing was not particularly good and why it could be quite a frustrating experience at times. So I decided to put on wet conditions to see if there's any sort of a different story. So we're starting at the back, getting an absolutely phenomenal start here, and I just wanted to see what the racing would be like. Plus, I really have been working quite hard recently to improve my wet weather driving, because I think that's also another weakness to my game this year. And you can see everyone is really struggling at the moment, but we've gone up into 10th place already, so a fantastic start we've done, pretty much using exactly the same setup as I used in my time trial or world record attempt video, but I used higher wings. I think I'm using like 11.9 wings, so it's a good start. If you're part of my YouTube membership, then you will be getting access to that setup and any changes that I make as well. But coming through into here now, we're behind Keegan M17. You can see already I just really enjoyed this track in the wet because it just makes it much more about your actual driving itself. There's so many more errors you can make rather than just the 3 or 4 braking zones. You really have to hustle the car much more. Going to the inside of this Alpha Touring, just about getting it done here. And now we are. I have to get my elbows out because there's probably going to be no pit stops. Yeah, the wear's not even on 1%. You have to do all the overtakes on track. And as I was just saying there, the wear is absolutely nothing around here. It's very minimal in the dry, which is why I said low downforce would be key in the dry. But in these conditions, I think having that extra downforce in the wet, and since you're able to save so much more ERS because you're going at a slower speed, I was absolutely loving these conditions with the setup that I was running here. So the racing so far has been pretty fun, but now we've got to do a lot more overtakes on track itself. So carrying through to it, people are trying to go side by side, which again is a difficult thing to do. Let's see what we can do going through into here, and we're going to go down the inside. No, we're not. Someone else, I think, went off track here. So trying to get a good exit using our ERS now, but I presume he's using a little bit of a lower downforce. Are we going to go down the inside here? Yes, we are making a move. Hammy gives us the room on the inside and trying to use the extra traction we have to the setup. You can see getting slingshotted out of that corner, getting the move done before going to this right-hander, spotting the braking point really nicely, picking up and then validation, which is a little bit annoying. But even though we're running high wings, we're able to save quite a lot of the ERS because we are going, as I said, so much slower, having to do so much more braking, so we're able to recoup that energy that we have lost here. So coming through into here again, see with the downforce is working very well, but you can see they are definitely a little bit faster in a straight line. So we're going to let these guys go side by side into this final corner. So I'm just going to set myself up very nicely using that 3rd gear, short trigger into 4th now, just to maximize that traction. Now we're going to be using the overtake button. Looks like he's actually run out of deployment on that lap as we set the fastest lap. Now we're coming up behind the slap bar, so we're going to go down the inside here. No, we don't. We have to leave room for the Ferrari on the inside. We managed to do that well. And now we are up to 5th place from last. And already the racing, as I said before, there's just so many more things within your control within the driving. Like in the wet, there's just so many more variables at play here. So you can see we're really hustling the car going through into here. Go slow in, fast out of this corner. He goes slightly wide. Let's see if we can take advantage of this. The slap bus, another YouTube member of mine, he goes to the inside. We go to the outside and we brake super late here. And are we going to get a good exit? And look at this, it's almost like a wet line. Look at the traction we got on that exit. Now up into P4 now. So far, so good. Now behind Kills Rapids, who again, another YouTube member of mine. So if you want a priority invite to these hobbies, then click the join button or become a Twitch subscriber, because I do stream on a daily basis now. But coming up behind Rapids here, let's see if it's extra downforce. You can see how much more we are closing in. Avoid this curb on the inside. And once again, I was thinking about letting them sort themselves outside, decide to back off the throttle. Still have plenty of ERS to play with. So we're going to think about maybe going around the outside of Websy, coming through into here, trying to get the good traction. Let's see if we can do exactly the same again. So getting the slipstream of Websy. Looks like he's just ran out of deployment there, so we're going to get the slipstream and Kills Rapids. He goes defensive. Are we going to go around the outside to get the inside for turn 2? Does he give us room? Not really that much room, but we just out-muscle ourselves up into P2 now. And behind Shot X Tricks, which just sounds like a typical Call of Duty sniper name or something like that. But now we're behind in P2, and you can just see again, there's just so much more within your control with the lines. We're using very, very different lines. Getting such a good exit coming off here. He doesn't even bother defending this. And now we are up into P1 in this race here. So we're going to see what we can do for the rest of this lap.
Oh my god.
And yeah,
I love this track in the wet. Oh my god.
And days. I do. I absolutely love this track in the wet. And we're about to see almost losing the traction again.
Yeah, this set's working very well in the wet.
And yeah, it's literally exactly the same setup I was running for my world record attempt.
Let's see what we can do in terms of lap time, or how much we can win by.
And you can see already, people behind already have quite a lot of penalties. So this track is just so much more fun to drive in the wet. Whereas in the dry, just feels like you're going flat out for too long because you have so much downforce and so much straight. Whereas in the wet, a lot of corners require a lot more input, a lot more braking, a lot more sensitivity. It just makes it such a fun experience, and I believe that the driver can make much more of a difference in these conditions. But going across the line, do it 39.9. So this is the first clear lap that we're about to do, which it just got pipped by PSR Troy, who again is a very fast driver. But I felt very, very good. Now we're going to do a clean lap and see how much faster we can go. So going through into here, this is pretty much flat out right-hander. This part is all flat out in the dry, but in the wet, it's a completely different story, and it just makes it so much more intense to drive itself. And just about staying within the track limits here. Let's see how much we're up. We're up by 0.6 of a second. Now going to this corner, I really love how much speed you can throw into this corner. This track really is giving me quite a lot of Vietnam vibes, which a lot of people said as well. Vietnam, Singapore, those kind of tracks, it really does. And I absolutely love those tracks. Vietnam was one of my best tracks on the previous game. It's a shame that it didn't get to be used in real life. But you can see here now, are we going to go double purple through it? Yes, we do. 1.2 seconds up on our previous best. You can really extend that corner, but we actually did it quite clean this time. Don't want to be hitting that curb because you can see it does unsettle the car quite a bit. And you can already see we have a 5-second lead on the cars up behind. Now going into this final corner, braking at a similar point, trying to use third gear just to hook the car through onto the inside, short shifting into fourth gear to maximize the traction. And going across the line, what is this going to be? It's going to be a 38.2, which is a pretty decent time at this stage of the race. But as we moved on, we were just very, very consistent. You can see that gap has come out, but we come behind this guy called Greedy, who just makes a bit of a mistake. So I thought, okay, he's struggling.
Ghost cars, not ghost. Well, lap cars don't ghost.
And yeah, the lap cars don't seem to be ghosting anymore, which is a bit of a...
Normally they do.
Yeah, I swear they used to do that. So that's a little bit annoying, but I didn't really think anything of it. I just thought, okay, he's struggling. He's just getting lapped, unfortunately. We were going for another fast lap again, but then we actually hit the wall, and you can see the gap is now up to 13 seconds now. So coming through into the last lap, PSR Troy actually
Ghost
sets
is
a
good.
faster lap, so we thought, okay, we need to respond to that. So we saved up all of our ERS. See, we did a 38.0 despite that mistake as well. So now we're going to go for our own fastest lap. Luckily, this car has been disconnected and that is ghosted. So I really wish the lap cars would be doing the same, although it's probably realistic, well, it is realistic that they don't ghost. But coming through into this first sector, let's see how much faster we can go. And now we're coming up behind Shot Tricks, who does move out the way nicely, so it's very, very nice of him. Going through his first sector, how much faster are we going? We are going under a tenth faster, but it's really through this second or third sector that we could be making up a lot of time here. So coming off this cambered corner, getting some good traction. The gap is now up to 15 seconds now, and we don't actually have a penalty at this stage as well. So keeping it clean and fast. But coming through into here,
Oh, it's this dickhead again.
it became quickly apparent that this guy was just, yeah, not wanting to race properly. So coming through into this corner,
Oh god.
yeah, he doesn't want to play nice at all. So that's ruined our chances of the fast lap. We were going double purple as well, and almost losing the car. Quite good that we actually managed to maintain the car control here, but we do have a big enough lead not to worry about it. Going nice and tight to his inside, just in case he tries to do something silly, which I think he did, but failed a bit miserably.
Oh well.
And now coming across the line, we're going to win this race in the wet from last. And
GG.
yeah,
GG.
that was so much more fun to drive in compared to the drive for me. The racing, you could just race so much more. It's so much more within your ability as well, rather than just pure straights, which I'm starting to grow on me a little bit more, but in the wet, it was really, really fun. So, bit annoying we couldn't do the fastest lap at the end, but unfortunately, that's just what you come across in open lobbies. I've had that for 10 years now, and it probably won't ever change, but it's only open lobbies. It's not a league race. GG to Troy, GG to Hammy. I think we could have done maybe a high 36, low 37, something like that, but thank you so much for the support on the channel. That really does mean a lot to me. And make sure you follow me on Twitch for my daily streams throughout the week, and join the YouTube membership because I will be offering coaching next week. So if you're a part of that, then you will be getting the first priority for one-to-one coaching and more. So thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the Grand Prix this weekend. I should be streaming a league race tomorrow back to YouTube stream. So hopefully that's back, and I will catch you soon. Peace.